Welcome to Tabletop Cinema, where we bring together the worlds of filmmaking, tabletop role-playing, and video games. I'm your host Mikey, a freelance filmmaker, tabletop RPG game master, and variety streamer on Twitch, and today we return to our first playthrough of Black Book. How's it going, Izzy? You know, I always wondered, Izzy's curse. What is this curse? Nice to see you again, Izzy's curse. And Tabletop Cinema, meowdy to you. Babush Cat's a very appropriate emote right now because we're getting into Slavic mythology right now. It's another card game. We're following off Inscription with this game. But our basically our deck is a spell book, so it's pretty cool. And we're learning a lot about Slavic mythology. I'm totally unfamiliar with the genre. I'm totally unfamiliar with Slavic folktales. So it's been an interesting experience. So where were we? We are part 2 of our playthrough, and we were asked to collect 3 specific items so that we'll be able to free a girl who was captured by a creature. So let me just pause that over there. Stream beats again. Always providing our music. Curseforge. Oh shoot, they merged with Twitch. I didn't know that. Man. The days of Curseforge. Insane. Volume checks out. Let's continue. It's a very atmospheric game. It's very immersive.
But she needs a cross that was worn by a demon, a human name, and an enchanted belt.
Speaking of the 3 items we need to collect, before we begin all this, before we begin our life, continue our life as a sorceress, witch of this village, I will pet that cat for you. How appropriate. I do have cats here. I don't know if they're like cries of happiness or what. But hey. You know, I'm gonna need your magical cats. You're gonna need to handle some chores and save some people from demons. So I'll need your help with that. Alright? You're my familiars. Hello, MMH fan. How's it going? It's sweaty. Alright. So, as Vasilisa, that's who we're playing as. She's recently assumed the mantle of sorceress or witch, or I'm gonna look into the encyclopedia. What are we called again? In the onomasticon, we are Kolduns. So Koldun is like a sorcerer / sorceress, and there's a bunch here. And we're encouraged to read the onomasticon, learn about the lore, because this game doesn't exactly spoon feed you the solution. It presents you with choices and decision points, with consequences, and it rewards you for knowing what an obderica is. You know, an obderica is the mistress of a Bania, etc., etc., etc. So it encourages learning more about the lore to be a better sorceress. Yeah, remember that time when, a decade ago, it was, you know, I rode in the whole World War II phase. Like I played a ton of World War II games. I got so into it because that is a trend, yeah. And then it was zombies. I also rode that wave. And a bunch of other things. But yeah. And I hear like Vikings is coming back, right? So not just that, like with Valhalla, with the Vikings Ragnarok show, God of War with Norse mythology. Yeah, it really is. But I guess those are the mainstream parts. But we get games like this. We get independent games and independent cinema willing to take the risks, more risks, and explore. But there's also, of course, the trap of falling into the same trends. Because that's what's cool and hip. I was in the wrong channel, wrong scene. So, yep. Um, as a Khaldun, or as a sorceress, what's ironic about this is we employ the service of devils to fight other devils. So it's using the power of evil against itself, which is a slippery slope. And we have familiars or chorts here who we can actually send to do mischief. Because if we don't give them a task, they're gonna make things harder for us. But as we become a more skilled sorceress, we'll be able to assign them to. We're gonna be able to trick these chorts of ours to perform tasks that are impossible to do. Like, for example, like catch a light in a. Let's see, like for example here, meaningless jobs. Catch the dawn in a bottle. If we're able to trick a chort to do that, the alternative is possess, as in Kotka, spread lichen to a cow, place a curse in the crops. You know, these tasks like that. If we don't task them to do these things and curse other people, they're gonna curse us. So that's how it is. Randomly, did you know you can play Prince of Persia on your on your Apple Watch? Yeah. Middle Eastern games from the Middle East. To avoid the trap of exoticism and Orientalism. But yeah, trends come and go. Right now, I believe we are at the tail end of Norse mythology in terms of the mainstream media. I'm not sure where we are at now. People are kind of busy with stuff. So where were we? Is there a log that we can put up? I keep forgetting the menu button. So this is our black book, for example. Each card is basically a page of our black book. This is the deck building part of the game. This is basically our spell book, which is pretty cool. Each chapter we get a map and paths that we get to choose. It's like a choose your own adventure game, actually. Items, right now they give us boons, passive boons, items over here. On a Masticon, a very fascinating thing where we're encouraged to read to progress in the game. Knowledge, your typical skill trees, and assigning tasks to chorts. So I told myself that, so basically Vasilisa's whole thing is, why did she become a sorceress? She became a sorceress because her husband was supposed to be this special for some reason. They didn't reveal why. And one day, he took his own life. Unable to believe that, still in denial, Vasilisa decided to attempt to break the 7 seals of the Black Book, because the legend says that if you're able to break all the seals, the Black Book will grant you your one wish. So that's what's driving her right now. And I was telling myself that if you look here, there's a sin encounter here. So there's this lovely mix of, they explain it here, when Catholicism came into this part of the country, it mixed with the local beliefs and it became a thing of its own. So surprisingly, they consider sins here in the traditional sense, bad deeds and all that. There's a sin counter here, which supposedly changes certain outcomes, your dialogue options, the endings even. And I told myself, I'm going to do my best not to curse people willy-nilly. Because people come to you as the village sorceress asking you to hey, I'm so annoyed with my neighbor. Can you curse her, please? And then they give you milk. And a part of their harvest as payment for you to curse their annoying neighbor. So I'm trying to avoid stuff like that as best as I can. Though there are consequences to that as well. We just talked to a guy who wanted us to curse his neighbor. I denied him once. He came again, gave me milk, said, "Curse my neighbor, please." And I said, "No." And now we're at the current stage where he's saying, "Fine, then I'm going to do it myself." And what happens when you start to curse people without really thinking about it, right? I believe it includes that, Izzy. That's why I was so curious about this game, because uh, I really love The Witcher. So it's just nice to be in this world again. But this is like, you're a sorceress here solving monster problems, but there's a focus here on the investigation and being a knower. A knower here being well read, knowing more about the lore. Because in The Witcher, they give you Geralt basically tells you the solutions. Geralt already knows, like, we're dealing with a Rusalka, and this is how you deal with it, etc., etc., etc. But here, they just plug the lore entry here, and you're supposed to read about the Rusalkas. Because the game's gonna ask you something, oh, how do we solve a Rusalka problem? And then you're given like 4 options, and you get a penalty if you get it wrong. Yeah, I read all the books. I'm glad they recently translated The Season of Storms. It is okay, but yeah, I read all the books that's been translated so far. My experience with The Witcher was super... Well, I really loved it because I played Witcher 1 and 2 without having read the books. And in Witcher 1 and 2, Geralt has amnesia. At some point, of course, you'll eventually learn more of your own memories. And I thought it was super great that I played Witcher 1, Witcher 2. I read all the books. Like, I don't know how I did it. Because I usually read really slowly, but I don't know how I did it. I just, like 2 months, it disappeared. And I just read all the books straight. And then I finally got into Witcher 3. And my god. Having read the books before Witcher 3 made it so much more intimate and epic, and it's just amazing. I don't regret it. They are... The translations, I think, they're actually... I had an easy time reading them. I did. Like, I didn't have to force myself. Like, for example, like, I love Lord of the Rings, but it is pretty difficult to read the books. But I would say, actually, The Witcher's actually very simply written. Sure, there are parts where you can tell, like, it's a direct translation from Polish, and Geralt starts waxing poetic about the injustices of law and order, and because I believe the author has a background in law, so he likes putting that in, and they throw around like Latin terms, and it's very anecdotal. But the thing is, it adds to the fairy tale element of it. It reads like a dark fairy tale. I'd say that it reads like a dark fairy tale, and it adds to its charm. I read them when I was a kid as well, but compared to like reading, like comparing the Silmarillion to The Witcher, it's like no contest. It's like Silmarillion for me was just so much more difficult to get into, and the Lord of the Rings as well. Tolkien loves his being very descriptive about every single thing. In The Witcher, it's really more direct to the point. It's more digestible, and yeah, dark fantasy. So there's that certain charm to the, like, sometimes you see the way Geralt talks, and you see how they try to adapt it into the Netflix series. You can understand why they didn't, lift directly from the book, because in real life people don't exactly talk like that. Like, so kudos to the Witcher team of Netflix to try and make it flow a bit more naturally. But you'll get it. Like, Witcher's easy to get into because the first 2 books are basically an anthology of short stories. That also helped me get into it. I have not watched season 2 yet. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's the same reason why I haven't watched. I think it's the same reason why I haven't played Blood and Wine. I've not started on Blood and Wine because I just didn't want The Witcher 3 to end. There'll come a time where I feel like it's the perfect time to play Blood and Wine, and cap off the games. It is not that time yet. Similarly with season 2, I don't feel like finishing it yet. I don't know why. Anyway, I can gush about Witcher all day. I will say though that of course, looking at it critically, it's not archaic in terms of writing, but it can be archaic in terms of how certain characters are treated, and definitely super male gaze in parts. Like hell, the book opens up with, you know, it's an author, you know. It's whenever usually whenever a female character comes up, the first he describes every little curve. All right, it's like, you know, you just have to get past those points. It's really front loaded, but it gets better over time. Like, but it cannot deny that the author loves describing the female form, I would say. And it being a very dark world, the world of The Witcher is a very it's sexist, classist, racist, and what's great about it is it's Geralt trying to navigate through all this and challenge that, you know, in his own way. Yep, the Witcher games got it from the books. I would say the books is even more. It's more overt than the games. And it is Geralt's perspective, kind of, right? So, yeah. I mean, just from the girls I know who read it, they do acknowledge those certain parts, but they still love The Witcher. Like, it's not game breaking. It's just, you know, a fault for some people. But yeah, I would highly recommend the books. And when people who have never got into The Witcher and they're thinking about getting into the games, I always suggest to them, and it's a huge ask. Like, you don't really have to play Witcher 1. You can start with Witcher 2. Then once Geralt gets his memories back, read all the books, and then you can dive into Witcher 3. Because imagine coming into The Witcher 3 and who the hell is Yennefer? It's like all you know is like Triss, like when you play the games, right? And then suddenly Yennefer and Ciri and all the weight of 7 or 8 books just coming together before The Witcher 3. It's insane. Like, yeah, Witcher 1 did, Witcher 1 did not age well. Do not like, and looking at it, it's not even that essential. Witcher 2 is for sure, like Witcher 2, that was when they really started to get their shit together and take more risks, because I think the team, when they were interviewed, they were saying that they didn't know how it is going to do. Like, who knew? Like, Witcher 1 was such a cult hit, and eventually it started to gain more traction. 2 was actually a very good game for me. I enjoyed 2. And then they said, okay, wow, we have something here. And then 3. And it's actually it's actually, I really think they did a good job, because the games take place 10 to 15 years after the books. So to be able to go into uncharted territory with just the books as a reference for the characters themselves. For me, after reading all the books and jumping into The Witcher 3, it's one of those rare occasions where I can say that I can take this as canon. Like, I can take The Witcher 3 as a natural continuation of where the books left off. Yeah, Witcher 1 was a great introduction to the world, the life of a Witcher, Polish, Slavic mythology, and it is great there. Really terrible, really rough gameplay. Not terrible gameplay, rough gameplay. And they refine it over time. I know some people say they hate the gameplay of Witcher 3. I thought it was serviceable. I felt like a badass. I played on Blood and Broken Bones, I believe. And I felt like a Witcher. That's what the gameplay does for Witcher 3. But here in Black Book, I should probably get to playing this. Again, we're diving into the world, very similar to The Witcher, steeped in Slavic mythology, written by, you know, a team that knows its source material. But instead of being a witcher, we're a sorceress here. And we don't exactly have, we're not as beefy as Geralt or anything, but we have our knowledge and our spells. So we're here, it's all about balancing how much what are we willing to do to break the seals and resurrect our late husband versus trying to be a good person in this world. And the fact that we're making deals, we made a deal with the devil, right? We already did that. So in a way, you could say that in D&D wise, Vasilisa is a warlock with the devil as her patron. That comes with a cost. So very much in tune with, for example, if you're a fan of The Witcher, everything here is a cost, everything is a consequence, and I'm really excited to see how far this game takes that. Because I hear there are multiple endings. Your sins do catch up to you at some point. We'll see. But it's super like this. Like, man, it's making me want to get back into Witcher 3. I will say that. And we've only played it. We only had one session of this. This is our second session. But here, I should just play, show more, tell less. So as I was saying, we need to collect these three things because a Bannock... Let me get these things correctly. So an Obderica, a mistress of a Bania, which is a bathhouse, she can be the wife of a Bannock and you should behave the same way as he does, punishing those who visit the Bania at the wrong time. So what happened here, once we investigated the area, was... So there was a soldier who on a dare decided to go to the Bania and stick his hand where he shouldn't have. A hairy hand stuck out, grabbed him, marked him, and asked him to marry her. And out of fear, the soldier said yes, just to escape from the Bania, right? In a panic, he said, yes, I'll marry you, please let me go. And now we're back, and we realize that an Obderica took a baby, and basically, it's basically a changeling problem here. Replaced it with an aspen log, because the mother, the story of the girl, they were in the Bania, the girl made a mistake and her mother got angry and cursed her daughter on the spot, which was a cue for the Obderica to swap the daughter with an aspen log, a changeling basically, to fulfill that curse. And now we're here to try and rescue this girl who's been trapped there for like years, I think. So the complication here is we're gonna have to find these three items and fulfill the marriage vow. So we'll introduce you to the soldier with the problem, but he's willing to do what he needs to do to save this girl from demonic spirits, he says. We're not sure if we can even trust this girl. So we'll see. So right now we need to find a cross that was worn by a demon, a human name, not just any human name, a human name from the book. There's so many terms, I can't keep it together. We'll discover it over time. And an enchanted belt.
Then she hid under the bench.
What a job you have.
This is a soldier.
Worse than fighting the Turks.
Nikolai. The setting here is 19th century. Mid-19th century.
This is our destiny.
My grandfather, the former Koldun, passed down his knowledge to me. And I'm not sure about him yet. Vasilisa never wanted to be a sorceress until her husband took his own life. And she approached her grandfather and said, "Grandfather, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I need this power. I need the wish of the Black Book to bring my husband back." So if you played Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice, it's very in line with that. Because, according to their beliefs, if you take your own life, or if you don't die an honorable death, you go to hell. And it's unjust, according to Vasilis's eyes. She did not believe her husband took her own life. So just like Senua and Hellblade Senua Sacrifice, it's about because Senua's lover died unceremoniously and ended up in hell. So she's gonna do what she needs to do to literally walk through hell, sacrifice everything to get her love back.
A changeling, that bride of yours.
Here goes with Nikolai.
What's a changeling? The Bath spirit must have switched her at birth, I imagine. Now, Vasilisa, can you guess how shall we lift the Aspen seal?
What demon is necessary for the book to open the Aspen seal?
And look at here, pop quiz. See, in here you can get rewards. You get XP. You get more XP for answering correctly. You can get a hint to earn half XP. If you get it wrong, you don't get anything. So, what demon is necessary for the book to open the Aspen seal? And then you have to dive into your onomasticon, and it quizzes you. Did you read about changelings? Did you read about stuff like that? So we did read through it. My knowledge of it is rusty. I actually got it wrong the first time. I asked for a hint, actually. And to unlock the Aspen seal, I believe it's linked with the changeling chort.
That Abdirija switched the girl with an aspen log.
And helpfully, the game highlights certain terms, like an Obdurika, a bat spirit that lives beneath the benches of a Bania. It can skin a human alive, hence the name, which literally means female skinner. Oh, you know, if Witchers existed in this time. Okay, that Obdurika switched the girl with an aspen log.
A log is a demon itself.
Well done, Vasha. My teachings weren't for naught. The changeling from the ethereal world. These infants don't grow up, as you know. The question is, should we waste our time on the bride's requests if we ourselves can find this changeling?
We can't abandon a Christian soul to evil spirits.
If I were you, I'd think whether I should take a demon for a wife.
And there's that lovely tension again there, right? It's like, we can't abandon a Christian soul. Okay, you're gonna take a demon for a wife? It's great. It's all these tensions that are really highlighted in the Witcher books. I don't know how they did with the season 2 of Witcher Netflix, but the books, all the short stories, all the dilemmas. I love the moral dilemmas there. It's great. 10 years after the conjunction, I'm not sure if you play tabletop RPGs, but CD Projekt, R. Telsorian Games, they made a line of Witcher RPGs based on the video games, and recently they released a supplement dealing with that time in the golden age of Witchers. So right after the conjunction, Witchers were at their peak. There's a whole supplement for that. It's pretty fascinating. I believe it is the Witcher RPG. You know, it might even be called the Golden Age. Anyway, so there's a supplement on that. Even if you don't play, it might be interesting reading. And I believe they're coming up with a series or movies based on that timeline, right? I think so. There's the prequel series, but it's focused on the elves, the one with Michelle Yeoh. I forget. It's the prequel series, the prequel Netflix series, and I think it's set in that time as well, right after humans came in and started wrecking shit. So it's basically the downfall of the elves. I think it's from that perspective. Michelle Yeoh's like in everything these days. She's probably like trying to get a lot of projects before she retires. Yeah, so I think Let me just get that. Witcher prequel series. Blood Origin. Now, the teaser wasn't, you could tell they did it on a budget, but if it's a well-told story, I wouldn't mind. So with the Witcher prequel, Blood Origin, it's a prequel series and it deals with the time of the elves right after the conjunction and when humans came in and started colonizing the continent. So that's gonna be, I'm pretty sure, like if they really, you're gonna highlight a lot of heavy themes of doing a colonize. Then again, oh, okay, I'm not gonna spoil it, but since you're getting into the books also reveal so much more about the elves. Like, holy crap. Like, even if you played The Witcher 3, I'm pretty sure reading it will even give you a new appreciation for it. The elves also. Yeah, I don't know what to say. The elves have also been through a lot of shit. And also have their own share of really terrible, problematic moves in their part. As is reality.
Only a devil will marry a soldier like me.
That's kind of sad, Like, having come from the war and just believing that, well, only a devil will marry a soldier like me after everything I've done in the war.
We haven't heard of such a child up until now. This means that the parents keep it secret.
Right. The demon might have gobbled up her parents. Without that demon bride, we won't find it.
You'll help me then.
We will. But what should we start with? Huh? What was it she asked for?
So we get to actually choose which to go for first. And I think let's go for the cross first. The cross worn by a demon. Now we know that demons possess... Now, why would a demon be wearing a rosary, right? Our theory is that there are ikotkas, basically humans possessed by demons. So maybe that will fulfill the category of a demon wearing a cross. So we might have to look for maybe a priest or, well, anyone wearing a rosary that's an ikotka wearing a rosary. Oh yeah, what I loved about The Witcher 2, Izzy, was that the whole conflict with the Scoia'tael and the politics behind it. It felt like I love that. The noble intrigue, the thing there with the Lodge of Sorceresses, the conflict with the Scoia'tael and Radovid and everything. It's so great. I really love the problems in Witcher 2.
Cross worn by a demon. Is such a thing possible?
Everything is possible, Vasilisa, if you think about it. I heard that an Ikotnitsa appeared in Yenidor recently.
I'm sorry, by the way, I don't know how to pronounce these terms. Ikoitnitsa. A man possessed by a demon called an Ikota. Such people have strange abilities and, in some cases, the gift of divination. Yanidor, a village north of Cherdin. I believe we are in the Cherdin region. This game takes place in the 19th century in the Cherdin region.
Go there and take her cross.
Let's hear the other
look into
requests.
The other requests first.
What about the name?
A name out of the Svatse.
The Svatse being a spiritual book containing names of the saints in connection to calendar days. Svatse were consulted to name a child.
Well, that's simple. Go to the priest and he'll give you a name from the Svatse, if you can convince him to. That is.
Let's look into the other requests first.
There's also something about Vasilisa. I mean, if the heterochromia trope is not a dead giveaway, we actually unlocked the first seal already just by touching it. They haven't explained why yet. It's a question that's in the air. Old Yegor, my grandfather, was also like, how the hell did you open the seal by just touching it? Like, I've tried it all my life. So, we're not exactly sure what's up with Vasilisa yet.
An enchanted belt woven by a witch.
This is not as simple as it seems. You are a knower, yes, but not powerful enough to weave a belt like that. It also takes a lot of time.
I think I also have to correct myself. I believe Koldun is a sorcerer. I hit an encyclopedia, so I'm not a Koldun, I am a witch.
I know this witch, Kapitalina Ivanovna. People call her the Spinner. But she's not an easy woman to deal with. We'd better go together.
Let's look into the other requests first.
Right, let's start with the cross. I'm curious about the Ikotka.
Cross worn by a demon. Is such a thing possible?
Everything. I heard that an Ikotnitsa appeared in Go there and take her cross.
That's it. Let's start with the
Then I'll
cross.
start with the cross. What could be more important?
In Yanidor, you'll find Evdokia Fokovna. They say her daughter was possessed by Ikota.
A village north of Chernin.
So,
Yeah.
did you get all that?
Tell me more about an Ikota.
Who is that Ikotka?
Ikota.
Come on, don't you remember? This one time, a woman from Pokcha came to us, so that we could whisper some zagavars over her.
Zagafors are spells.
And then a chort, the size of a vershok, escaped from her.
Short is a demon. Vershok, an archaic Russian unit of length equal to approximately 4.4 centimeters. Alright, unit of measurement. The saying that a man is 12 vershoks high means that his height is 2 arshins and 12 vershoks, which is about 2 meters. So a vershok, a tiny chort, 4.4 centimeters.
Oh, so that was an Ikotnitsa.
Well, yes, this Ikota chort talked with us for a bit, remember?
And we get the new encyclopedia entry, which we should read because this will allow us to do our job more effectively. So, these codex entries are relevant to the game, and they reward you for that, which is what I love. Ikota. This ailment, induced by a koldun or a witch, is representative of the Russian north, specifically the Cherdyn Uyezd and Komi Perm region. An evil spirit is enchanted with word power, bound to a name and cast into the wind. The first person it encounters who bears this name becomes its victim. Sometimes stones or insects are enchanted with Ikota. In this way, whoever happens to trip over the stone or swallows the insect by accident suffers Ikoita. Ikoita usually take the appearance of an animal, a frog, a lizard, a mouse. Occasionally, it takes the form of a frog spawn, and more rarely, an insect, a fly, a spider, a mosquito. It is not, however, always brought on by a koldun. It may pass from a koldun to any man in the event of the former's death. When inside a person, Ikoita can speak with all kinds of voices. That's pleasant.
I really don't like dealing with the possessed.
Well, nothing can be done about that. So, did you get all that?
Yanidor. Tell me about Yanidor.
Where can we find that woman in Yanidor?
Her house is closer to the edge of the village, the one with carved gates. So, did you get all that?
This game's actually very board gamey, as you'll see in a bit.
What not to get? Go to the Ikotnitsa and take her cross.
It's never that simple, is it? There's also fascinating lore about like the red corner being diagonal to... I will say though, this is very... How do I go back again? Our own folktales here in my country, it's... Not to say very similar, but... It's a very similar vibe. It's the game describes this as, the dark allure of it. And I wouldn't, I could totally see like our own mythology being spun into a game like this. So we get to talk to, before heading out, you have to deal with the visitor's problem. So it's very yes, your grace, kind of hearing people out, making decisions. We have enough skill to task one short to do a meaningless job. Let's send Ivashka. Fat Ivashka likes it when children starve. Let's send Ivashka to catch the dawn in a bottle, because I don't want to have less health for this run. I will do my best not to curse people. See, look at these choices. Spoil the rye, possess an Ikotka, spread lichen to a cow, place curse in the crops, get rid of the Susedko spirits, and slander an innocent girl. And this adds to your sins. So yeah. Let's try not to. Nikolai.
What was that with the stove? As if I'd believe that you forgot how to kindle it. And then you got a bit too scared when the demon girl grabbed you with the fire.
It is as you say, Vaisa. It's not about the stove. I don't know what's wrong with me. There was this one incident. Since then, I'm not myself when I see any fire.
Oh.
I'm scared of it something awful. That's exactly the reason why the lads dared me to go to the Bania. They heard the rumors and wanted to have a bit of fun at my expense.
Traditional Eastern Slavic bathhouse with a wood stove.
Only I'm not one to give up so easily.
But why? What's wrong with fire?
He may have been traumatized by the fire in the past.
Oh, it's a long story.
Tell me more about yourself, Nikolai.
So how did you end up a soldier?
Well, they took me as a recruit. You were just a kid then and don't remember much about it, I gather. Old Yegor just took you in after your parents.
Oh, okay. I'm adopted.
Well, when you went into the service, was it by your own choice?
Aye, by choice. To be honest, some other lad drew the lot, but we have a large family. And I'm a hot-headed guy.
Right, and a fine one.
Ha! Quite right. It was my decision.
Damn.
I made my way to my field regiment, and they sent us to fight the Turks.
Did they give you your cross there?
Aye, that's a different story. I'll tell it later.
Damn it.
Do you plan to marry that girl or not?
Let's help her first, won't we? She must be a strong girl to pull through that sort of thing. Maybe God sent her.
Maybe.
A demon? Sent by God?
Well, she said she was a changeling, didn't she? The girls of my age are all married. Who would marry an old soldier anyway? Only a demon.
About the fire. Would it take very long to tell the story?
Maybe not that long. Anyway, don't be such a bath broom.
I'm not familiar with this turn of phrase. Don't be such a bath broom.
I'll tell you some other time. Don't you have anything else to do?
Oh, okay, Nikolai. You don't want to talk right now. Play cards. This is new. What? Okay, I get to play cards with Nikolai. I have no idea how to play this game. Welcome to your first game of Durak. Oh no! Like Gwent. Your goal is to use up all your cards. So the last person left with cards in their hands is the loser, the fool, or Durak. Wait, this is like a game in the Philippines. Wait. The players take turns attacking the player next to them with one or more cards. Attack Nikolai with the 6 of hearts. Nikolai, beat your card with this. It is this game. Wait, we have this game in the Philippines. Oh, what's it called? Frack. If the rules are the same, so far it's the same. Pusoy dos. Yeah. At the end of each round, the players take turns drawing new cards until they have six. They have 6 in their hand. It starts with the first attacker this round. Nikolai attacked you with his 8 of clubs. To defend from this card, okay, it's different, but it's similar. Put it in the discard pile. To defend from this card and put it in the discard pile, you need to play a card of the same suit, but one higher rank. Ah, this is more complicated. Beat the 8 of clubs with your 9 of clubs. Excellent. It's your turn again. Start your next attack. Play the 7 of diamonds. Although Nikolai beat your card with 10 of diamonds, you may launch a new attack with a card of the rank that has already been played. For instance, you can now attack with a 10 or with another 7. Eh? Oh, and turn. Nikolai gave up and picked up the cards, for he has nothing to beat them with. This turn is yours. Before letting you play on your own, we have to discuss trump cards. Note the trump card. The trump suit is stronger than other suits and can beat all the other cards, even those of the different suit, and even those that are higher in rank. For instance, a trump 10 will even beat a king. Since cards with trump suit are stronger, you should decide whether to use them at your first convenience or save them for a crucial point. By the way, the player who has the lowest ranking trump card on his hand goes first. Good luck. Let's give him a low card. Beat him with the same suit, higher rank. Haha! Here's an 8 of diamonds. I can chain that with this, right? Aha! King. I have a queen, however. Oh, duh, king. What's this? Is this the trump card? I don't think... No, I can't beat this. Sadly. Seven. What, do I need to choose 2 cards? Oh. Yeah, I have to beat them both. I can raise it with a king. Oh wait, what's this? Same suit. I'm not sure what's going on, but okay. Start with a 6. King. Ugh, nothing. Wait, I can't? Okay. I have a king to start off with. Win. 9. Oops. Should have waited. Got an ace. Don't try it. Trump spades. Ha! So when does this end? Beat that. Damn it. Ah, I have a king as well. Ooh, well, look at that. I win. No, I don't. No, I win. Okay, we won our first game. Let's talk to visitors.
Vasilisa, listen. Thank you for your help with the Bania.
Don't thank me yet. We still need to free the girl.
It's just that I wouldn't be able to go at all if it weren't for you. Here, I want to give you this. Here, take it.
Oh, deck of cards. 3-7 ace, 3-7 queen. Gain +1 eloquence, black, on battle start.
What's that? A deck of plain cards or something?
Sure is. Been saving them for some time. They are antique, but first class. I'll teach you to play if you wish.
They say the devil himself is not averse to a good game of Durak.
We already played cards. Yes, what's your problem?
Get out of here, you meddling kids, or you'll get it!
Run! He saw us! Wait, maybe they're here on business. Well, speak up.
Oh, Vasilisa! We saw such a scary thing! West of Yenidor, there's a scary isba. Evil spirits live there for sure!
Okay, a traditional Russian countryside dwelling.
Why do you say that?
See for yourself! They say there used to be a party every day, but now it stands silent as the grave! Saw it for ourselves!
Well, you'll wind up in graves yourselves if you go wandering like that.
Run!
Meddling kids. And we get to go off now on our adventure. Oh, there's a fair. So there's a main task. There are branching paths. We're going to go through it all. Our main task. Find a cross that a demon wore. Old Igor said that there's an Ikotnita in Yanidor. You set forth to this village with Nikolai to get a cross from the Ikonitsa for the bride of the Banias. Let's check out the fair. I heard that peddlers set up a small fair. I think some of the traders are working even at this late hour.
At the crossroads of two trade routes, you see the annual fair. Despite the late hour, trading is still taking place. Perhaps you might buy something for your journey. A multitude of goods can be found. Prianics, as well as a variety of magic trinkets. There's something for everyone here.
Meowdy, Magpie. We're at the fair now. Pryanik, a variety of traditional sweet baked goods in Russia, Ukraine, Belarus, and some other neighboring countries. Right now, Magpie, we are trying to save a changeling girl from the clutches of a obdaika. Sorry. Yeah, an obderika. So we're gonna have to find three specific items. And it gets a lot more complicated than that. But here we are on the fair. We already started our first journey for this chapter. Let's check out what the herbalist is selling.
Want some Prianics? I've sold everything already. Oh, you want some herbs? Well, take a look then.
What? No Prianics? Fine, let's buy an herb. I could use one Adam's head, I guess. Thank you. I'm poor. Book merchant.
Wisdom will enter your heart and be good for your soul.
Look at this guy. Oh, I can reset skills by paying 50 rubles. No thanks. I can buy a Zagavor. Ah. The page effect amplifies by 1 for every other page of the same color. Right. This removes a positive status and deals 1 damage. And it's amplified. That seems pretty cool. And it's a key too. Why not, right? Let's buy something from this guy. Peddler.
Buy an amulet and a trinket. Buy a potion and drink it. You'll be as healthy as a boar. Demons fleeing from your roar.
Oh, hey. These are Items that grant passive benefits. Holy crap, they're expensive. Solodelic. These salted patties were baked during a wake to protect the deceased. Ailment 5 on the enemy. An ailment increases the damage they receive. But holy crap, that's gonna cost... we gotta save money. We don't know when mine. Card players.
The players are carried away by a game of Durak.
And we can bet. Let's play a round of cards for low stakes, yeah? I don't even really know how to play this game properly. It's the Trump suit. Oh, look at that. I already... Oh, there's 3-player Durak then. King. I will not give up. Haha! Take that. Oh, I have to take the cards. Jesus. How do I even win this game? Okay. No. Yeah, getting rid of my cards. Are you gonna take the card? Okay, you took the card. I have a trump card. Oh, I have to take it anyway. What? Ah, shh. I don't know what I'm doing. I can beat all that. All right. Take that. I'm gonna win this. Gonna empty my hand. Or not. Crap. Oh no. Peddler's gonna win. He's gonna take that card. King. Oh, crap. One more card. Don't make me take this, please. Yes!
You win.
Yay, we earned 10. Let's move on. We got people to save. Turchan Road. Turchan Road runs from Vilgort to Yanador. I don't know the reason for the name. Nikolai says it was to honor the Turks.
You wander off course and walk onto the road more to the west than you had planned. You stumble upon a ragged man with rotten teeth and rotten eyes. You realize that it's a brigand. Traveling by night in Perm Gubernia is dangerous, and not only because of the evil spirits. The silence is broken by his hoarse voice.
Smack him in the face. No. Talk. Why not?
Hey, what do we have here? A girl or something?
I am a witch.
Right. I'll let you go if you give me all your money.
How about I curse you? Or have maybe Nikolai will help? I could just fight him, right? But we have a soldier with us. Maybe he's gonna step in.
It seems to me you can't see so well in the dark. I'm not traveling alone.
Come on over here, brigand boy. I fought the Turks, went toe-to-toe with demons, but your kind are the filthiest of all.
Looking upon the tall soldier, the brigand loses his confidence. He backs away and runs into the woods. In a hurry, he dropped his pouch.
Maybe a monster will take him. Hey, we even got money out of that.
You go on your way.
What's this? Gesture. Does not expend words. Oh, this is cool. For stuff that don't need words. We need more gesture cards. So it's like a free thing. It's just gesture. It's a quick thing. Where's the side quest? This is the side quest. This is the main quest. Okay. Northern Forest. Forests are always dangerous, both day and night. Each forest has its own master. Rarely do these masters welcome unwanted visitors. So far we've encountered a couple of leshies, and we're not messing
Near
with
a
that.
small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red and bright even in the moonlight. You come closer and tie its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull, you now have a new, valuable herb, Adam's Head.
Is it herb or herb? My brother calls it herb, but I hear people say herb. And this guy, he says it sometimes as herb and sometimes as herb. Anyway. Take the herb.
You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Hell yeah. I wonder how random those events are. The house near the Tarakonovka River. I heard about an old house west of Yanidor from the local boys. Maybe I can find something worthwhile there. So what's happening here, Magpie, is that apparently there's been a party here every single day and then it went deathly silent. So the kids think that it's haunted.
Fir branches poke into the empty windows of an abandoned hut. You are overcome by an unpleasant feeling. There's a good reason they call this place haunted.
It's a similar story to the story we had in Baguio. There is this house on the old road. Parties for days, the hardest parties, and people, parties every single night. Until one evening, the owner of the house snapped and massacred everyone in the house. And that house has been abandoned ever since. And no one knows exactly why he lost his mind. People say drugs. But apparently that he was never the type to do that. So, I'm going to step inside this place. I am a
You
witch.
squeeze into a slightly open door and clear away the cobwebs. It is dark and empty here. The dead silence gives you chills. You step inside the house and freeze in horror. Under the broken red corner lies a dead man's body. A broken accordion lies nearby, torn as if by a wild beast. You search the dead man and the izba. The former has a pouch with some rubles inside.
Take the money. Inform the nearby village. Inform the village and give the money for funeral. I guess, a short didn't like his music.
You tell about the dead man in the nearby village and use the money to pay for his burial and a funeral service. Peasants tell you that several years ago, someone took this skillful musician to an evening gathering during the dead of night. He hadn't been seen since.
Ooh. But hey, look. One sin was forgiven. So it's so weird having, your sins as a game mechanic. Oh, well, that is Cool. Okay, Alamo Forest. I heard a hermit lived in these woods of Bashkir origin. A handy fellow, he decorated doors and stoves and could do a lot of other different things. He died a while ago, but people still remember him.
You. Grim trees hang from all sides, and strange noises are coming from the dark of the night. You freeze with fear when you notice two demons near an unearthed grave. They have already opened the coffin and are methodically skinning the dead body.
Hey, that's bad, right? Interfere!
Overcoming disgust, you open the black book. The first Zagavar will be yours.
It's like, hey, or we talk to them first. What are you guys doing? Why are you skinning the dead body? Oh god, and they're opening up with this already. Alright, let's take out the ad really quickly. Backhand this guy. Waste him and defend ourselves. With an amen. So we have... No, this can deal us 7 damage. That's like a lot. How do we defend against all this? We don't. Unless we kill him first. And just take all the damage, right? Yeah, that's gonna kill 1. Then, amen. We're gonna take 5 damage though, that's fine. Nava. Amen. Backhand! Slap! Hey! It didn't even go through. So that's immediately gonna be there for a while. It's firm. Urazi. Scorch it! And... Babushka Serafimushka. I have no defense cards this time, so I'm gonna take all this damage. I'm just gonna have to heal myself. What do we have? Okay, I can easily defend myself for that damage. I can waste him. I'm gonna heal myself first. And add some damage to that. And quick gesture 1 damage. You have no chance against me. I said amen. Removes positive status and well versed. We can defend ourselves again, which is easy. That should be enough. And deal damage. Urazi. Barahel. And Koldun Fiend. Yay! Ooh. Grisia. Amplifies its damage by 2 for each use. Oh, you're gonna need multiple copies of the Grisha. Or have George the Father. Bless, which increases damage of each page for 3. Why not? Or we could have a lock. We could try using locks because we have cards that trigger off of having multiple of the same color. So it's firm for 3 rounds. Well, let's have George the Father. We have a new
Having
level.
dealt with the demons, you look around. A narrow trail stretches from the grave to the forest. You remember hearing about this place. This overgrown trail leads to an old cemetery.
Oh, okay. This cemetery is far from Yanidor, and that's why it is not used anymore. There's a new one closer to the village. All the better for me to safely conduct business. We can level up now. What should we get? I want another meaningless job that we can send a short on. That should help out, so we can start the game with less penalties. Start each quest with less penalties. We haven't filled up our book yet, so we're good. Set off for the cemetery.
You know about a cemetery nearby and decide to visit it. The tombstones that stand among the trees are enveloped in a gray fog. You look around, expecting an ambush, but everything is eerily quiet.
Gather cemetery soil, look at the crosses, read a prayer. Well, we're entering this graveyard, let's read a prayer.
You pray for the repose of the souls that lie in this cemetery. The night is silent. You calm down and rest a bit.
Oh, sweet, health restored. Let's look at the crosses.
You walk around the overgrown cemetery and look at the grave crosses while thinking of all the deaths that made this city of the dead. Who knows? Maybe Ikotniks were
Slider.
around in earlier times. Maybe some are buried here.
Oh. New detail. Ikota History. The first mention of Ikota occurred in 1785 when Bishop Veniamin of Bishop Veniamin of Archangelsk and Kolmogorsk, in his address to the synod, described this ailment as a special kind of evil eye and possession. Also in his address, the cleric connected Ikota to the beliefs of the ancient nation of Chud, which was situated along the shores of the Piniega River and worshipped pagan gods. In 1862, an uprising took place in Piniega and Mezen, during which an angry mob burned down several houses where, it was believed, Kolduns dwelled, who brought Ikota. How do they pronounce it? Ikoita. Upon local women. Damn. What happens if I gather cemetery soil?
You're in luck. The grave diggers have recently dug up a grave. It stands open.
Oh, I get one sin.
Black and hungry, yet unoccupied. You scoop a small amount of fresh cemetery dirt into a sack and whisper some Zagavers. This soil will make your witchcraft stronger.
Your first Zagafor always has Earth page. Hey, well, we made up for this sin by doing a good deed earlier, right? What did I expect? Now, well, we may as well equip that item. Dead soil, thrice enchanted beneath the light of the moon. Your first Zagavor always has Earth page. We don't even have an Earth page. As far as I can tell. Oh, Earth. Oh. Firm 3, so it stays there. Ah, hey, why not? This applies 5 defense in the first turn. Plus 4 health, which is fine. I don't think we need that. Do we need herbs and healing Zagavors? Healing for plus 1 more? I don't think so. Let's stick with that for now. Moving on to the Eastern Bridge. You can get to the swamps from the east via this bridge, conveniently called the Eastern Bridge. They say people hear strange noises at night over there. I should check it out. Or it's also the Western Bridge to some people.
You hear a whip crack. Shrieking in pain, some unfortunate soul is being driven to hell by a devil. You pause in hesitation. Is this sinner's soul worth a fight?
Fight for the sinner!
You call out to the devil. He looks at you with his eyes burning with hatred. He bares his claws and approaches you, completely forgetting about his prey. The sinner runs to the forest without wasting any time.
What am I doing?
The demon's furious roar attracts another one of his kind. To buy some time for the sinner, you immediately start reading Zagavers.
I wonder what the sin was. Oh, God. Okay. We're gonna take out this guy really quickly, okay? Firm 3. 3. 6. 6 plus. He should be dead already. Wait. Ah, we can do this. Alright. And defend ourselves. We're good. Backhand him, Nikolai. Alright, if we killed him, we didn't have to do the defense thing. Whatever. 5 damage, huh? All I can do is defend. What a strange turn. Just buffing up this damage, defense way too much. Alright. Come on, we need you back in the game, Nikolai. 6 damage this time. Okay. We will have to defend some of that. Let's do some damage over time there. And increase the number of keys for our next round. Ow. Not a problem. Is he getting stronger each turn? He is getting stronger each turn. Okay. Gotta bless. Bless. Firm and well versed. No. Deal damage to him. Put a ward up. Ugh. Now we can backhand. We can kill him now, thankfully. But let's heal ourselves. Yep, this is exactly enough. So 5, 6, 7 damage and we get to heal ourselves. Nice, got some healing back. Ooh, 2 damage to all enemies. Or do we start collecting Grisias? Nah. Let's have a group attack, I guess. Stephen Stone. This ravine is home to a holy stone. The people of Yanidor say that Stephen of Perm himself left his mark on that stone.
In the shady ravine lies a great stone. It has the mark of a foot on its top that's filled with morning dew. There are quite a few candles around it. Here and there you notice offerings from the peasants of Yanidor.
I'm not gonna take the offerings, I'm gonna drink the dew.
You drink the holy water and feel a surge of strength and confidence.
Oh, sweet. Map. Lilvin Swamps. Near the village of Yanidor, there lie the beautiful Lulvin Swamps. It's dangerous there. Old Igor says that demons dwell in these swamps. It means that I can catch them for my book. It's like Shin Megami Tensei.
You see a swamp ahead. The damp soil squishes under your feet. You become cold and uncomfortable. Suddenly, a white ghost of a calf appears from the bog. It looks at you and does not move.
Hit the calf? What? Run away, hit the calf, protective Zagavor?
You read a protective Zagavar, and the ghost disappears. When you finish your sorcery, you realize that this calf was, in fact, a treasure. Striking it would make the calf fall apart into coins.
Oh.
You notice the burning eyes of demons nearby. Are they guardians of this treasure?
Ghost Pinata. Jeez. Well, I have no defense this round. I'm gonna pour it all then. Okay. Let's kill this guy quick. 3, 6, 11. Well versed will deal enough damage to this thing. Exactly enough to kill it. 8 damage plus backhand 5. Good. Give me that pinata. Unless it escaped already. Let's block most of that damage. Add this. Build up for that. And let's have a ward up. This should be enough then. Key defense. Increase the damage. And defense. Perfect. Actually, we just could have poured in the damage and healed ourselves. Because we already have that. Okay, let's heal ourselves and deal damage to it. No. It's 6. 6, 6, 6. Defend ourselves against that. We need increased number of book orders. And increased number of keys in the next. Let's do it. Overkill. Now I can use it. So we just need to deal 6 damage. We are good. Firmer than stone. This page remains active for 1 turn. It's 1 damage to all enemies. You know, let's have a lock. Why not? I feel like I'm gonna need to build my black book better now. It's getting a bit unwieldy. Final destination. Willful people live in this village. Some of the peasants were compelled to work the Pohodiashian plants, but they revolted, as it was too far away and convenient to work there. We're trying to find an Ikotka.
Yanidor is covered with a bright pre-dawn mist. Amidst the hollow silence, you hear sounds of the village waking up. With old Yegor's directions, you quickly find the house of Yevdakia Fokovna. Nikolai knocks on the carved gates, and you are soon greeted by the hostess.
Yevdakia Fokovna, God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless indeed. And who might you be?
We've come to speak to your daughter.
Ah, came to make fun of my Akulina. I won't let you. Leave us alone.
New encyclopedia entry. Ikoitniks. Those possessed by Ikoita were called Ikoitniks. At one time, there were so many people suffering from this strange malady that some scientists thought Ikota to be hereditary. Women succumbed to Ikota more frequently, and it sometimes passed from one housewife to another, devolving into a kind of mass hysteria. Old believers treated Ikoita rather violently, without the aid of magic or prayer. Women suffering from Ikoita, I wish I could pronounce it properly, were starved, beaten with wooden rods, baited with dogs and train bears, drenched with ice water, and left out to freeze. Those who survived returned to their homes and never suffered from Ikoita again. Shit. We want to help.
Oh, we wouldn't dare. We want to help her.
Help her? Many have tried, none have succeeded. What makes you think you can?
After what we read, like how they quote unquote cured the Ikota, dumping them in ice, risking them, they could die. Convince?
I know how your daughter is suffering. That's why I want to help. I know how.
Very well. Couldn't hurt, I suppose. It surely couldn't get any worse. My girl suffers from an Ikota, day and night.
Ikota.
Akulina hides in the old Church of Transfiguration at night. The Ikota is not so violent there. That's where you'll find her.
I don't think this is gonna end well, chat.
Thank you. Don't worry about your daughter. We will help.
Well, God willing, God willing.
Goodbye, Evdokia Fokovna.
Evdokia. Well, shit.
The old Church of Transfiguration. A grim shadow in the crimson twilight of the early hours. The domes of this building tower silently over you. Hundreds of years and dozens of generations have passed under its roof. You can feel the wisdom stored within these majestic walls.
Look around. And this is also important to look around, because you'll get clues on how to tackle the chort ahead, or the demon ahead. Broken icon. See, look at that. We would have missed that. An icon. Someone must have knocked it off the porch. The icon is broken. I can't figure out which saint it is. Odolin herb. Odolin herb, I was not the one who watered you, nor was I the one who gave birth to you. Mother Earth birthed you, and bare-headed girls and free-spirited women watered you. Right. Damage absorption 1. Let's talk to Nikolai.
The sun is rising, yet I don't feel any less frightened. The sun is rising.
Somewhere back here, maybe? Nope. It's everything from here. Something in the well? Ah, herbs. Adam's head. Oh, crying herb. Crying herb, crying herb. We've cried for so long, but shed so few tears. Don't let your tears fall on the open field. Don't cast your wails over the blue sea. Strike fear to evil demons, half-demons, and old Kievan witches. And if they won't bow, drown them in tears. And if they run, banish them to the depths of hell. May my word be strong and resolute with you, forever and ever. Amen. Removes 1 harmful status.
Old stairs lead inside the church.
Look around. Wooden domes reflect silver light in the rising sun. So there's a broken icon in there. The terrible thing we know about the Ikota, I'm not sure what that means, is... Oh, how much do we know about it? Okay. So it could take the form of like a frog, a lizard, a mouse, an insect. A possible solution of old believers. They treated the Ikota rather violently. Something I don't want to resort to at this point. Yeah. I don't want to have to starve, beat, and bait with dogs. We're gonna have to try and find the Ikota then. The creature inside her. Let's figure it out. Let's
Old
go.
stairs lead inside the church.
Wow.
This place is too grim to be a Christian place.
Some of the most terrifying places are Christian places.
This place is too grim to be a Christian place.
Iconostasis. Herb. Royal eyes. Some simpletons who are considered to be miracle workers prize this herb for its love-binding properties and use it to fool people who are blinded by love. Replenish 20 health? When are we gonna use that?
The iconostasis has collapsed partially, as if it suffered a strong northern gale. The royal gates are crooked and no longer bar the entrance to the altar. It looks like some of the icons were torn out on purpose. Some of them stand facing the wall.
What's a sculpture? The wooden sculpture looks majestic and enigmatic. Not a speck of dust on the crucifix. Crucifix. The cross also lies untouched. Huh. Well. Time to enter.
The iconostasis has collapsed. In the dim light, you notice a heap of rags where the Ikotnitsa Akulina lays. She seems to be sleeping. From time to time, the girl shudders from nightmares sent by the Chort to haunt her.
Is there any other option? Wake her up?
You call out to the girl. She jolts up and darts to the altar corner. Even amidst the gloom, you notice the way her arms are shaking.
Greet the Ikotnitsa.
Who are you?
Damn.
Don't hurt me, please.
Frighten her and grab the cross. Let's try to calm her down.
Don't be afraid, Akulina dear. We won't harm you.
But I like how you can play Vasilisa as totally like, a renegade.
I'm Vasha, and this is Kola. We want to help you.
Wait, Kolya? Exorcise Ikota. Let's talk about the Ikot. Are there consequences if we just exhaust the dialogue options? Let's see.
We heard you have an Ikota.
Yeah, they say I have a Chort inside me. It torments me.
Can we talk to it?
I can't make Proshka come out.
Roshka.
He'll come out when he wants to.
Roshka?
Tell us about your Chort.
What's there to tell? Sometimes he crawls out, sometimes he can do some sorcery. The other kids make fun of me.
The girl starts to whimper.
Cross.
We'll need your cross for this. Can you trade it to us?
What?
What am I to do without a cross? Proshka will eat me alive without it.
Alright, we gotta deal with Proshka.
I'll trade you mine.
Oh.
I have two of them. One was given to me at birth, and I found the other on the battlefield.
Oh. Okay, that's a fallback plan. Let's begin the exorcism.
We can get rid of Proshka.
Get rid of him. Really? But he won't leave by himself.
Don't worry. I think I know how to draw his attention.
Quiz time.
I have to make the Ikota mad enough so that he leaves Akolina. How can I anger this particular chort?
What's the answer, chat? Okay, I have to make the Ikota mad enough so that he leaves Akolina. How can I anger this particular chort? So what do we know? The altar was left untouched. The sculpture of Jesus was left untouched. What's that supposed to mean? Does he not? He tore the icons and turned them away, right? This short does not want the icons looking at it. Tore them away, faced them towards the wall deliberately. So maybe if we get the icons back, the short will get pissed. But what's that gonna do to the child if we anger the short? So he was not bothered by the cross, he ignored it totally. Prayer, probably not. Incense, we didn't really see any clues for that. I think it's the icons.
The broken icon at the entrance and the defaced iconostasis here are not a coincidence. It seems like he doesn't like icons, that Broshka of yours.
Ah, we did it. And we got a lot of XP for that.
Yes, he made me deface the icons here.
I'll draw a circle, and we'll start.
You sit Akulina in front of the iconostasis, and Nikolai puts the icons into place. You start to read a Zagavar. You learned it long ago, but your memory doesn't fail you. The words of the spell ring out with a thundering echo. You almost manage to finish the ritual when Akulina suddenly pushes you. Taken by surprise, your incantation of magic words stops.
Shit.
The girl starts to convulse. The Ikota has emerged out of her.
There we go. Oh, I hope you're gonna be fine, little girl. It's a cat! There's a cat inside you?
You call yourselves exorcists?
It's Proshka. Oh my god, this is like... Wait, this is terrible. This is so... Oh my god, like blood all over her and the cat is just like sticking out of her mouth. Okay. This is pretty disturbing. But also adorable cat. Okay, Proshka is... Ha! You call yourself exorcists?
This Zagavar is dated.
I sound so over it.
No one uses that commencement now. What kind of witch are you? So out of fashion. Yuck.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Christ's kingdom.
It's impolite to make mention of such kingdoms in front of demons, I have you know. And you can't just go displaying icons.
You just can't go possessing a little girl like that.
I hate icons.
Last time we tried to exhaust all the dialogue, I'm not sure if it pissed off the demon. Because I like choosing all dialogue options in an RPG to see all the dialogue, but let's see. Well, tell us more about yourself, Proshka.
So you're the Ikota chort?
So what if I am? Ain't I fine looking like a feline? What did you
Feline?
expect? A frog or something?
Get out of Akolina.
Why do you haunt Akolina? Why do you torture the girl?
That's no business of yours. Well, on the other hand, I don't have anything else to do. Why not tell you?
Oh, how nice. Tell me.
You see, I study demons. They fascinate me.
Oh, look! He changed. His art changed. He's not hissing anymore.
There's nothing to tell, really. Yenidor used to be a wealthy churchyard near the springs. Merchants used to request prayers of thanks in this church when they returned from the north. I was once the Susiedko of this church.
Susedko, house spirit, or hobgoblin. Lives under the hearth or in the gold bit cellar. Oh, you were the church cat.
Why would a church have a sosiedko?
Why not? The abandoned ones have much scarier things inside. Or am I not good enough? But now, no one lives here and no one visits the church. They only go to the stone one. So I crawled inside Akulina out of boredom.
Jeez.
Won't you leave the girl alone?
I might leave her if you beat me.
Oh, it's a game for this cat. Cross.
We need Akolina's cross.
Yes, I've heard. I need lots of things too.
Such a cat.
Tell you what, witch. If you beat me, I might even do both. Give your cross and leave the girl.
Other
No,
questions?
Tell me something else.
Why do you hate the icon so much?
So why don't you like icons?
Have you seen many charts that do?
Oh, it's hissing again.
Or maybe we should open a church. We could call it Saint Chart, eh? You're a smart girl. Figured out that I don't like icons. They make me mad as hell.
Oh, kitty.
It's not that I'm against this new church. But you could at least make do without icons, right? These drawings, not my cup of tea. Gives me shitters.
Do you know, it just randomly made me think how, these icons, when I was younger, they actually really disturbed me too. It came to a point where there's just one icon in the house. I don't know why. Every time I would look at that icon on the wall at the balcony, I'd feel like throwing up. It was just that particular icon. Like, I don't know why. So, it would always be in view of when I'm eating. And it had like a smooth porcelain face, I think. Like, carved into the... That's one of the few things I remember from my childhood. I don't know why. Like, it is that icon in particular that made me feel like throwing up. Is there a chort inside me? Anyway, these drawings, not my cup of tea, gives me shivers. So, I beat you, kitty cat. You give me the cross, you leave the little girl alone. And maybe you can come and serve me and I'll give you menial tasks so you don't get bored. How about that?
We need Akolina's cross.
Yes, I've heard. I need lots of things to tell you what, witch. If you beat me, I might even do both. Give your cross and leave the girl.
Okay. Agreed.
So be it, Broshka.
Here I come, Vasilisa.
Yes. Oh, this is so... What? Do you have to fight from the girl's mouth? I don't want to hurt her. 150 health? Are you freaking kidding me? Get inside. Critical health 3. An Ikota is inside the girl. If you kill the demon now, the girl will die. Of course, it couldn't be this simple. You know, let's try it. Orazi. Lock. I'm sorry, Akolina. We have a lot of health, so we shouldn't kill you. We cannot kill you during those We should not kill the demon during this window. What's he going to do now? Bless? Maybe we can remove a status from him. Okay. Oh, this is gonna hurt. 12 damage. Shh. Oh god. I forgot. I should be using his cooldown. Completely absorbs all damage from the next one enemy attacks. That's how we got an Odalin herb. Sure, we could use that. Unless we can find a way to buff all of us. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can absorb 8. We may as well because we can't deal damage, right? So let's take this hit. We can also remove a positive status, however. We can remove his bless. Yeah, we could do that. Avdalai. Varahil. Remove positive status. Let's see how this goes. But the positive status might be the critical health. Let's try it out. We can always heal. Yep, that is gonna be 12 damage. 13 damage. We need the number of orders here. We'll need to buff up our defense, man. Okay. Heal. Defense. Amen. Herb. Adam's herb. End turn. So our defenses will be buffed now. Good enough. Scorch it. Avdalai. Raba. We have 13 defense. Heal ourselves. And turn. Critical health. So let's bless up. So we can use this to deal damage. Get that in there. Bless or waste. No, it's not gonna work out. Well versed. to heal for 2. In Father's name. Okay. That's a huge health pool, Proshka. So that's his loop. Then he's gonna bless and he's gonna hit us hard. Pile it on. This will be a big hit. Heal ourselves for a bit. And backhand him. Anything I can buff? Eliminate any of his defense as well. 2 is enough, we can get through that. Okay, we're good. No.
Away with you, demon!
15. Okay, we currently have increases defense for 5 turns at the beginning of each round. Increase defense value in words for 2. Can defend against all of this. I overcalculated. $13. We have enough herbs to last us for the rest of the fight, I think. $11 damage, not so bad. Towards the father. That and another white one. Last 4. Saga for defense 2. That's fine. So balance it up. Balance it out. Well, no defense, thankfully. It's just gonna be critical health then. Backhand. Let's build up an attack. almost there. Just gotta make sure not to kill her during that time. Parasite's 8. He's gonna heal for 20. Shoot. We don't have any interrupts. Fine, try and heal up. We'll deal as much damage as we can. So you're gonna bless yourself with demonic strength again. In that case, deal damage. Increase the number of orders for the next. And put a ward up. Nice. $17. We should bless ourselves, I guess. Oh man. Let's heal this. We're fine. We can heal through this. We should be dealing damage.
I'll just grow inside the girl. You won't get me there.
Oh, no, you won't. I have a Zagover with your name on it.
Almost there. For 10, huh? Or on the damage. Mitigated enough. So we still have a ward up. I'm not sure on what my ward is. Increases defense for 3 turns at the beginning of each round. So we have 3. So does the ward mean we defend for 3, I guess? So we have bless now. So we'll put that as a gesture. What's he doing now? Critical health. Peter steals for 2. Let's put up a ward again. It's dangerous with the damage over time. What are you doing now? You're going to heal yourself again. Very well. All I have are defenses. Well, this is awkward. Bad hand this time. Meh. No options here. At least we can backhand the next turn. This is going to be... We have to avoid damage over time, so we'll end up killing Akolina. So he's gonna blast himself now. Now we deal damage. I think we have enough time for damage over time. Sucks when the enemy can heal as well. Can we absorb all this? Let's use the herb. Completely absorb all the damage with the next attack. Or no, we already have this. We can play defensive again. No, we need to pile it on. 6. Is this too much? Will you waste it too much? I'm so worried about the critical health. This might be a bad thing to do. Absorb damage. Just don't dig inside. We'll be able to absorb all of that actually. I keep forgetting I have a ward already. This is dangerous. If he goes critical health. Can I kill him now? Oh man, if he goes critical, if he goes inside the girl next turn, she's dead. We still have waste. Deals 4 damage each turn, ignoring. Okay. All or nothing. Oh no! We need to end this now. He's gonna dig inside the girl. 5, 6, 7, 8. His defense is up. Okay, gotta do some calculations here. Order. Less. Let's see. So, I'm gonna be doing 5 damage. We have 10 damage. Plus waste. So we're dealing 5. 6, 7, 8. 8 plus 5. 13. 13 minus 3. 10. And it'll kill her before Proshka digs in. Right? Okay, no. George the Father. It's more damage. Wait, is that correct? Increases damage of each page for 3. Let's bless. Ah, this is a better bless then. Yeah, this is it. This is our win. Just in time with the aid of Nikolai. If we don't do this now, the girl dies. So 3, 9. Got this. Do it, Nikolai. Oh god. I hope the girl's not dead.
Wait. Don't finish me off, Vasya. I'll tell you what. I'll leave Aquilina and come work for you. I can be useful, you'll see. I won't harm anyone. I'll be good.
Raise eyebrow.
Work for me? I have plenty of charts already.
Well, I'm not exactly a short. I can be of use like a Susietka, in fact.
Susetko, a house spirit or hobgoblin, lives under the hearth.
Actually, we don't have a Susietko. That's not such a bad idea. What will Grandpa say to that?
Oh.
Alright, I'll take you, but you better watch it. No joking around.
Yeah, Proshka.
Broshka leaves Akulina, climbs your left shoulder, and then vanishes into black flames.
Hey, you got a house spirit.
The girl crumples and falls down, exhausted.
She's
Her
alive.
face looks calm and serene. Broshka won't poison her life anymore. You switch out Nikolai's cross for that of the Ikotnitsa. The crucifix looks old and rotten. The demon's power has left its mark. You hope that Akulina's soul was left untouched by it.
This is the cross worn by Akolina when she was possessed by Proshka. One of the items needed to rescue the girl from the Bania. Nice. One item down. We used a lot of Adam's herbs there.
Now we have a cross. You see, Vasha, ask and ye shall receive.
Big deal. A demon's cross.
Oh, we have our own cat now. We are truly a witch.
So Sietkas don't shun crosses either, I presume.
But on the other hand, we could do without this rattle box chort.
Why are you calling a rattle box?
Hush, Proshka. Don't be angry, Grandpa. He may be of use to us yet.
All right, we'll see if it works out. All that's left for you is to get a name and a belt. Which will you start with?
Start with the spinner.
Well, let's start with the belt.
Very well then. To the spinner.
I'd like to meet the spinner.
Vasilisa and I are going to see the spinner. There's nothing for you to do there, Kolya. Understand?
Sure did.
And one more thing. Don't say anything about the Bania or the bride.
Well, we got Proshka to worry about now.
The spinner can't stand demons, though she looks like one herself. Got it?
Noted. Tell me more about the spinner.
Who is the spinner?
A woman of sorts. Her name is Kapitalina Ivanna, but everyone calls her the spinner behind her back. She's quite knowledgeable. You don't want to mess with her. That's why I am coming with you. Don't go running your mouth. Speak nothing of the book. Got it?
Got it.
What should I say to get the belt?
Good question, Vasilisa. Keep your ears open when you speak to her. Remember, do not mention demons. She does not like them. And you might as well disregard the fact that we needed the belt for a changeling girl. Now, if you show you are of knowledge, that would be good indeed.
Yeah, we're gonna have to impress her.
If she doesn't like you, or should you let anything slip, the cost will be more than we can handle. Got it?
I think I got it. Time to go.
Understood, Grandpa. It's time we were on our way.
Yes, it's better go to her at night. I've arranged a cart for us.
Do you have any Kupala salve left?
If I only knew. We could fly, but feet will do. And another thing. There's this rich fellow, Petrov is his name. He asked me to check on his field. Says demons are ruining his crops. It's not far from Pintek. It so happens.
Okay. So, task failed. Ivashka fruitlessly tries to bring rays of the sun in a cloudy bottle, but even demons are no match for the speed of light. Let's send... Defense pages give -1 more. Let's get more health again. Let's send Ivashka on yet another task. So we have 2 meaningless jobs. Let's weave a rope out of sand, Ivashka. And for you, let's get more damage. So we send Fyodor. You, Fyodor, lost his eye in a bet with a sinful lot who accepted bribes. Now he hates people even more. I want you to catch the dawn in a bottle. There you go. We can level up with knowledge. We definitely need more. Oh, draw an additional order per page. Page creation cost is reduced by 20%. Number of active slots increased by 1. What's useful for us at this point? Visiting peasants bring 10 rubles more in gifts. Knowledge of orders. Words deal 1 more damage. Auto learning level 5. So this is going to be auto learned. Words with defense increase their value, or Khaldun's trick allowing to change 1 card with a trump one. That seems interesting. You deal more damage. Or increase active slots. We have so many items. So maybe we can increase our active slots. So we got a bunch of stuff here. Yeah, I think we should. Increase. I want everything. Which to get first? Should we increase our chances of drawing another order? Orders are nice. More options. It's always good. Yeah, I've been feeling that actually. Right, let's draw more orders. What other items do we have? Royal Eyes, Crying Herb. Let's talk to old Igor.
Old houses and banyas are often home to demons. The masters leave, but don't always take their host spirits with them.
Tell me more about yourself, old Igor.
You've been telling me how you got your Khaldun power.
Right. Where were we? So, I became a shepherd boy. He taught me this and that at first at Prokopi. That one time, the cattle had wandered all over the place, and my chief turned up drunk. Drank a whole bottle of vodka. He couldn't move a muscle. Well, what other choice did I have? I went to collect them by myself. Managed to get almost all of them as midnight drew near. Had to pass Mikhail's crossroads on the way back. You know how that place is. So, there I am, with the cattle tagging along. The moment I stepped onto the crossroads, everything turned upside down.
It's crossroads, huh?
Winds out of nowhere, and what you know, swarms of shorts. Figured I'd quickly draw a circle around me, and so I did. And these shorts were just swarming on the edge of the circle, all sorts, you name it. Well, I think that's it. Everything turned out all right, as you see. Next time I'll tell you how I got out of it.
Okay. Abdurika?
What sort of spirits are those Baniks?
Masters of the bathhouse, like a Susietko in an izba. I don't think it was an ordinary place, the Bania, before the worship of God.
I don't think it wasn't an ordinary place.
What do you mean, before God?
I mean that our ancestors used to be worshipped the spirits of the hearth. Some Perm people still call upon Yan or Voipil.
God Demiurge in Komi Permian mythology. A god in Komi Permian mythology, the name is translated as North Wind. Let's talk later. Nikolai.
We should tell everyone about the chorts we've met. You know, to warn the good people, right?
Everyone knows, but not everyone believes.
Huh.
How did you end up with a cross?
Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah, right. There's no such thing as a cross with no story behind it.
All right then, I'll tell you. We were near a town. Belevna, it's called. It was a real massacre there.
Did you encounter any chorts there?
Worse, the cannon fire was so loud that all the chorts fled, if they were any. It seems they all fled here, to the north. So, there was this redoute ahead of us. Couldn't take it.
Redoute?
Well, it's a kind of a fortress. No one could get any closer.
And what about you, being such a gallant lad?
Hey, no jokes. Listen. I think God helped me. I went from the side and then found some barrels full of gunpowder and lit them. They blew up, started a fire. There was a lot more ammunition there. A lot of our enemies burned that day.
Yeah.
I can still hear their screams. I suppose I will to the end of my days. I nearly died there myself. Since then, when I see a fire, I remember that redoute and those screams. I fished the cross from the river of blood, Vaisa.
Wow.
Are you happy now? Do you understand about the fire now?
Future plans?
What are you going to do with your new bride?
Well, we'll get a farm. We'll get folks from the village to help.
With the demon wife.
Well now, I'll build an excellent izba. And children eventually. What a life it will be.
Really interesting.
Be careful, though. Who knows? The Bannock might be back.
That's good. The mother-in-law is always welcome.
Oh, Nikolai is so positive.
It seems that you're the fiercest of them all.
Talk to you later.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
Imagine that. Demon for a wife, Bannock is your mother-in-law. Let's talk to Proshka, who's up here right now.
Well, what do you want?
My own Salem.
Can't you see? I'm all cozy here on the sleeping bench. I'm sleepy.
Of course
Ask
you
what
are.
you wanted. I need to sleep. Got tired.
After our fight. Tell me more about yourself.
Wanted to learn more about you. What were you doing before Akulina?
Alright, I'll tell you. It's a long story, mind you. I've told you before, I used to be a Susietko. For quite some time, I've lived there. The Transfiguration Church was built how long ago? Must be over 200 years.
Whoa.
I am wise and old, you see. So you'd better heed my advices if you know what's good for you.
Never seen cats any wiser, that's true.
Good then.
Maybe you'll stop swooping your fur all over the Isba in 200 years, eh?
What? What about it? None of my concern. I have to look after the household anyway. You could have fixed the bench yourself, by the way. It creaks as hell.
Oh, I'll show you, you damn short.
Wait, Grandpa. He will do a better job. Won't you, Proshka?
Sure, I bet one alright.
What with the church then?
So about it. I've stayed at Susietka there from the time it was built.
You were Susietka over there in church? Or were you from some other place?
In the church. I remember that well. But what was there before that building? Damn it. Can't quite remember. Let's talk a bit later. Maybe my memory will return.
Maybe there's something cool, something very interesting before this is a church.
What kind of demon are you, Ikota?
That's how fiends are called. Ikota.
Okay.
If they possess people, that is.
So you're a fiend.
You know that. Wish to learn more? Any demon can become Ikota. Climb up on someone, got it, that's it. People will call you Ikota.
Climb into the little girl's mouth.
Bet you can do it better than me.
Cat.
Why did you transform into a cat?
Cats kill people. For protection, that is why.
Wow.
Well, what you looking at? Scared, eh?
Very terrifying.
Yeah, right. Cats give no quarter. It is good that our father Tsar's army keeps them in check.
They do? Oh, interesting.
Oh, you don't believe me then? Let me tell you one story.
New Bailichka. I think it's like a folktale. Bailichkas are short stories of encounters with evil spirits which took place in real life. Explore the game to learn new Bailichkas. So this is a encounter with an evil spirit. Cat on a mill. Once, my uncle was working on a mill, then we could hear a grinding stone not working as it should. It rotated for a bit, stopped, and then rotated again. He came closer and saw a big black cat sitting on it, and the grinding stone rotating as if something was hindering it. My uncle went to grab the cat, but it slipped by to the other side. My uncle tried to grab it a second time, but again it managed to dodge him. Then, all of a sudden, the cat disappeared with a crack, as if it fell through the floor, and the grindstone started working properly again. The next day, my uncle died. Damn. Interesting. Talk to you later, Broshka.
Let's go. We'll talk later.
What else can we do? We talked to everyone. We're good. Let's set off. Our task: to get a belt from the spinner. You've decided to obtain an enchanted belt from a witch called the Spinner. Old Yegor has come along with you. The Spinner is a powerful witch to deal with, so you might need his help. What does he do? Old Yegor's Curse. Decreases damage and words for 4. Minimum 1. Weakens the enemy then. Oh, we can even have Proshka accompany us. But not for this quest. So, we have Old Yegor for this. Let's stop by the book merchant. This strange man sold Zagavors to Old Yegor sometime.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavor dealer.
What are you buying? Gives you Zagavor pages.
What kind of wisdom do you possess? That which comes from above, or that of snakes and demons?
What are you selling? Fierce, so it's this thing again. We could start collecting this for big damage, I guess. It's a bit much to set up. This page effect amplifies by 1 for every other page with the same color. So it's a well-versed 4 defense. I think we need to be buffing up our offense at this point. Firm for 1 turn, 1 damage. To all. What's this? Firm, 1 defense. Blech. Not really great choices. Like this, firmer than stone. We're done. Thank you. Abachkin Forest. A small forest situated near the road from Vilgort to Piantek.
You catch a whiff of the disgustingly sweet smell of rot. Cold fear enters your soul when you guess what might be the source of the smell. A human body lies nestled in the grass. It is already unrecognizable from decay. You see an old wooden cross upon its breast.
Bury the dead.
You dig a small grave and push the dead man inside. You read a prayer and continue your journey.
Yay, we're now sinless. Salmon marshes. People rarely venture into these marshes since they're not really inhabited by anyone. Various spirits have made this area their dwelling. Let's visit that.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding a snake by its tail, swinging it from side to side. A swishing sound of the snake's body and its angry hissing fill the swamp area.
Play cards. How about a round of Gwent?
The stakes are high in this demonic game. Your soul versus the girl's freedom.
What? I'm super curious. Oh god, it's just playing Gwent for a soul. What am I doing? Oh crap. It seems you're playing a dangerous opponent. You sense that your opponent has mastered the art of witching Durak. It means that your opponent will be able to transform his regular cards into trump cards at the worst possible moment. Be careful. What have I signed up myself for? Oh, shit. And I can't do anything. Let's take the card. This is the current trump. So you have a trump card still in play. Why not? Good. Take those. What's T anyway? Okay. I'm curious, when do I have to take a card? Same suit. You finished? We're still even. Trump a king. Take the card. I need to get rid of these cards. That should be easy. Play a card. You take. Now you have a heart. We have another heart as well. Come on. Diamond. Try to beat the king. Trump card. Bastard. Ah, you take all the cards. Hell yeah. We have 2 trump cards now. Ten. Should I use the trump card? Yeah. Of course. Shit. Oh no, this is bad. Shit. Playing for the soul of my soul. What the hell? This is bad. This is very bad. Take those cards. Okay. Take the cards. Trump card. Come on. I have to take the cards. Shoot. Come on. Take the cards. Shit. Oh, he wins. My soul's gone. What happens now? Game over. A hollow rattle escapes your throat when you try to say a prayer. Your relatives won't have to raise the central beam now. What? Well. The end. We lost to a card game.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock.
Oh.
In his hand, he is holding a snake by its
We
tail.
can just attempt it
swinging
again.
it from side to side. A swishing sound of the snake. The stakes are high in this demonic.
Well, let's try again. We almost had him. If we lose again, that's probably gonna have to end the stream there. The worst card game ever. Still not exactly sure how the game works either. Okay, okay. Take that, 3 kings. Right. Take Trump. Or is he gonna trump the card? He wins. Wow. Lose again. Oh no. We're gonna beat this guy. Damn it.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding. The stakes are high in this.
I did not imagine the card game would have these stakes. Trump is hard. You can get a Trump anytime. Ugh. Get rid of our low cards. Come on. Nice. $10-10. How's that? King. can't do. 7-7. Beat a king. 8-8. Two queens. Two nines. Shit. Take it all. Giving him more options though. Shoot. I'm gonna have to take these cards again. Or not. He wins again. Oh man. This is the most challenging part of the game. Forcing me to get good with this card game.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. He is holding a snake. The stakes are high in this deep.
I could of course just attack him and I can guarantee a win, but I feel like I need to beat this card. Beat him at this card game. Throw away these cards. Oh, crap. Meh. So it's take if I have to take the cards if I have no way to fight back, I guess. Yep. I'm just gonna attack this guy. No, now I'm getting stubborn. I'm not gonna attack him. I am going to beat this guy at cards if it's the last thing I
You
do
see a small
on
demon
this
sitting
stream.
on a hillock. The stakes are high in the...
Need to learn this game. I wonder if there was an achievement for not dying. Wow, I'm just getting all the cards now. Okay. Give you the turn. Are you kidding me? Wow. I'm getting demolished. When can I do two of the same cards? Okay. Is it a draw? Finally! Choose a new page. We keep getting a Grisha. You know, let's just... firm page once and forever. We get a Grisha. We did it! Alright. Moving on. Damn, that is it. Well, so much for our... Wait. We can still buy from the Zagabor merchant.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around.
Be wise and go forth. Knowledge will serve as your daily bread.
Let's buy... Oh, now he doesn't have the page we need. Yeesh. Usorolka village. Village near Kama River. Oh wait, there's something we didn't explore there.
Despite the late hour, sounds of celebration are coming from the village. It turns out that a festive dinner has dragged on and turned into a non-stop festival. You notice the worried host, who looks like he can't wait to say goodbye to his guests.
Scare the whole village. Continue journey. Offer help.
You offer to disperse the festival for the host. His distrust of you vanishes when, after a couple of your Zagavers, furious winds send the suddenly worried guests scurrying home. The host rewards you with some of the dishes from a banquet table.
Oh, not bad. Peasant spotted a great whirlwind in this ravine a few days ago and asked me to check it out.
of a sudden, the tops of the trees rattle and clang. Alarmed, birds fly away, screaming in fear. You see a whirlwind filled with loose branches and dust from the road, headed your way.
Oh, throw a knife. Help, dead Igor. What? Help!
Your mentor removes a knife from his shirt and throws it at the whirlwind. It dissolves into a throng of enraged demons.
So that's how you disperse a whirlwind. Okay. What's this? Summons more evil spirits. So we need to kill that one as fast as possible. What else can we do? Removes a positive status or just deals damage. Is there anything we can buff it with? Nothing. Gotta kill this guy as soon as possible. There we go. 12, huh? Two keys. Well versed. Gonna be hurt for 8. One damage to all of you. Fine, defend yourself. It's gonna shield this one, so you gotta kill it. Well, that's gonna deal a lot of damage. 11 damage to that. Just enough. And we can deal damage to this guy. Is that correct? Am I calculating it correctly? 4, 8, 9. No, we have to deal it all on that guy. Lessen his damage, please. Dead. One damage to me. Ouch. Who are you shielding this time? Well, I'm gonna kill you then. Key to defend, so we're fine with that. Treat all damage, waste to you, and defend myself. We're good. Shielding him again. Alright. 1 damage, that's easy. Because of the curse. I'll blast myself first. Increase the damage of that. Deal with that. And heal myself. Or not. Confirm. It's a useful curse. Defense time, I guess. Ah, wait, no. This is well versed, so we could deal 5 damage to him. Too bad this happens first. We should be able to curse him again. But that's not gonna deal any damage. Is that even a word? I don't think that's a word. Bless. 7 damage. Heal myself for a bit. Why not? And is dead. Well versed for defense. It's pretty cool. But that's a keys. We have a lot of keys already. It's always perpetual 1 defense. And this one requires more white to be played. Once and forever. Quick little boost in defense. Old idol. Talk is, somewhere in the old wood stands an old pagan Permian idol. We'll get a codex page out of this.
Bathing in the moonlight, a moss-covered idol is hidden among the tall trees. You walk closer and see a fresh towel wrapped around it. The forest around you is silent.
Interesting. Shared in mythology. The Urals offer a peculiar blend of religions. The veiled paganism of Russian Christianity is overlaid by the paganism of native peoples, who are not always Christianized. For instance, some of the Mari and Udmurt peoples did not adopt Christianity, but kept their ancestors' traditions. The Komi people adopted the new religion, but mixed in their former beliefs. Even more complex was the confluence of Nikon's reforms with the traditions of the old believers, who fled to the Ural and Siberia during the Raskol, or Schism. It is simply impossible to discuss the religious situation in the Urals, with the singular notion of double belief. Yeah, that's a melting pot. Interesting. Road to Piatnik. People rarely venture into these marshes since they're not really inhabited by anyone. Various spirits have made this area their dwelling.
You meet a girl walking in the direction of Panteg. In her hands, she clutches a spindle that is emanating dark power. Old Yegor smirks, another of the spinner's victims.
Huh. Let's help the girl.
You call out to the peasant girl and convince her to get rid of the cursed spindle. Surprised, the girl follows your advice.
Can we get into negative sin? Vilisov Woods, Grim Woods by the Spinner's house.
You freeze with horror. A dead girl is dangling from a spruce tree's gnarled branch.
Oh, damn.
You can't move. This strange fruit sways back and forth with a creak in the cold wind. She died recently.
Go tell about the body in Pianteg, summon the spirit. Let's read up about this first. Vekshitsas. The word for witch, Vedma, takes its root from the word Vedat, to know, to have some degree of knowledge. A Vedma is traditionally a woman versed in knowing and performing magic. They were often called Vekshitsa, from Veksha, squirrel. It is a phonetic distortion of the word Veshitsa, Vedajushaya, one who knows. According to Cheridin mythological texts, such a woman could turn into a squirrel, allowing her to enter a house through the chimney and steal an unborn child from an expectant mother. According to the same texts, witches often gathered atop a mountain to celebrate by roasting children over a fire. Witches performed black magic, cast the evil eye upon people and livestock, stole milk from cows' udders, and shared knowledge of love spells and love potions. Love magic is akin to black magic. They could be the wives of Kolduns and draw magic from their husbands. In Sheridan Uyezd, they were believed to appear as regular women and were seldom depicted as the ugly hags that featured prominently in Europe. As knowers, they were able to communicate with chorts. So the people of Plianteg, they probably hung this woman. Let's summon the spirit.
As soon as you draw a circle, 2 demons burst from the skin of the hanged girl. It seems that demons have reached the body before you.
Well, I'm assuming. I don't know what the people of Pianteg did, how they're involved in this. So let's fight the demons. Maybe we can talk to the spirit. We're gonna be dealt 1 damage. So fierce. Nice. We're gonna deal George the Father and bless. And gonna defend ourselves. Let's go. We'll weather the storm. Curse 1. Wait. Can I back up? Can you curse this one? Increase for each page. Okay. Firm 1. Oh, I should have killed that one. It's no problem. Curse upon you. Heal myself. Damage over time. And piety. And full health. And it's gonna die. Nice. You're dead, my friend. Well-versed healing. Another well-versed defense. We could probably use this to replace our regular defenses. That'll be good. We can probably do these 2 locations before we wrap up for the stream. The next week, we will encounter the spinner. Pianteg Village. This is a large and rich village, the center of Pianteg Volost. There's an old church of the Epiphany, and is notorious for being haunted. There's also a new one, that of Ilya the Prophet. We can get music from this.
You feel at ease as you walk down the welcoming street of this village. A calm silence surrounds you. You almost pass through the village, but the silence is broken by loud laughter and the sounds of an accordion.
Vasilisa, is that you? Come on, join us.
I don't have the time.
Come on, your work is such a bore. 5 minutes here won't kill you.
I like these segments. Listen to the song.
Alright, I have a little bit of time.
Ha! All of a sudden.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
New song and health restored. Let us join the singers. I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick. I'm back. How scenic. Alright. Guild of Settlements. Near Pianteg, there are several small villages scattered throughout the nearby forests and woods. Seems like a nice place to live. Let's check it out.
On the field, you hear the steady sound of digging. Coming closer, you see a peasant moving the border of a field. The man looks startled when he sees you approach. He stops and calls out to you.
Is that you, Igor?
It is I, with Vasilisa. God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
What are you looking at? I'm moving the border ditch. What of it?
Field edge.
Why are you moving the border ditch? You moved it quite far.
For good reason. The Petrov's workers caused me nothing but grief. They deceived me, shot me in flour, only they didn't steal in broad daylight.
Have you spoken of it at the village meeting?
I have. Not much good it did me. Petrov's folks silenced me right away. Huh.
Let me guess, you want me to curse Petrov?
I'll tell you what. If you curse the demons, I'll pay you.
Attack? Why would I attack him? Will this add to my sin? Let's check it. Let's try it out. We're not gonna trick the peasant. We're not gonna attack him. We're not gonna leave him alone. Let's curse the bad men who are shorting him and being bad businessmen. Let's see what happens. Will this increase our sin counter?
All right, consider them cursed.
You whisper a few spells into the wind. The evil eye will cast its gaze upon the man's enemies. But will it even do him any good?
Oh my god. +3 sin.
They won't be able to say a word at the next village meeting. You can be sure about that.
Thank you. Finally, some luck going my way.
Let's see what happens to this guy.
Here's some money.
You take the money and go on your way.
Oh, let's see what happens. Okay. We have time for this. Tashkov Ravine. There's no shortage of waterfalls and ravines when you travel around Sheridan Uyezd. They say further to the west there are even the mountains that surround the region.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red and bright even in the moonlight. You come
Another
closer
Adam's head.
and tie its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull,
Same event
you
from
now
before.
have a new, valuable herb, Adam's head. You take the herb and get ready to go on your way.
Easy. So we investigated Petrov's field. We got all the songs. And next week, we're gonna talk to the spinner and see if we can't get that belt. We got a new song, which was called Don't You Shake, O Winds. Alright. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'll see you all on Saturday where we continue Guardians of the Galaxy. We play Black Book every Thursday. So thank you for tuning in, everyone. I do have an appointment to make, so I'm going to be cutting it short a bit earlier today. Well, actually, we're supposed to end at 6, but lately I've been stopping at 7. So, because I do enjoy these games and I do want to spend more time with y'all. But hey, thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for all the support. If you enjoy this content and you haven't already, please consider following us and checking us out on Twitter and Instagram. If you wish to become a part of the Tabletop Cinema community, our Discord is open 24/7. So this has been our first playthrough of Black Book. We will continue this next Thursday. I'll see everyone on Saturday for Guardians of the Galaxy. So take care, everyone, and as always, welcome to the table.
Будете вы ветры.
Babushka.